Alright, so the first part of this video is going to be me talking through all my executions and showing them as well. And then if you're interested and you want to watch how I took the trades, what I saw leading up to all the trades, all my entries and exits, then just continue watching to the end of the video. It's not going to be too long, it's probably about 25 minutes long or something like that. But yeah, I thought I'd put the executions and everything at the start. And yeah, anyone that's interested in learning more, then you can continue watching through. I just love how price just melted at the open, and so what that does when you get like candlesticks like that, entices everyone to chase it. So they see it dropping off like that, they think it's going to keep dropping, and then it will go to like a the algorithm will seek price to like a PD array it wants to move from, so inefficiency or like a new week open gap, something like that, which will stop price in its tracks and reverse it. So once I saw price spike through that, went long, and then again had my targets at those highs, could see that we were struggling to get there, moved my stop in just underneath this 3-minute inversion fair value gap. Price tried to go back up there, couldn't break through. That was like the first indication, okay, there's not as much strength behind it now. Dropped back in, and then I closed out, could see it come back up again, still struggling to take out those highs, and then we just displaced fair value gap, sell short, new week open gap, back down. And I've got all my executions to prove that as well. Alright, so this is the mini. That was my execution right there. Bought at 15378, got out at 15418. And then if we just head over to the macro, just after that high, I sold short with 3 micros at 15416, and then taken 2 out just underneath these lows, and I'm holding that last one just to see where we go. And yeah, that's the session profit, 977. So closed out everything on this one. I've still got the micro, that 1 micro running on here, but yeah, everything's closed out. And if you want to see my paper trade, these are all my results. So I just started it on 2K on the 14th. It's now 20th, and balance is 3,611. So that's the paper trade executions. Alright, so we've just taken out this sell side here. The time is 11:20 New York time. So I'm gonna look to close out that macro. 15338. I'm going to flatten that there, and that's done. So that's me out now. And the reason I'm closing there is just because we've got news coming out later. We're going into lunchtime. Yeah, we're probably going to trade down there. But yeah, in the lunchtime we can sort of seek buy side again, or you can do whatever it wants to do. And yeah, I just want to be out of the position prior to FOMC and interest rates. Taken sell side. I've done a lot for the day. On the funded challenge, it's 1,139 in profit, so I don't need to do any more than that. So the next part of the video is for anyone wanting to see all the live executions and my thought process leading up to everything that I took. So it's just gone 8:30 New York time. I want to try and focus on a long today. If we just go on to this daily chart, I want to see this daily fair value gap get spiked into. So we've got this swing low right here, so this big wick. I want to see that stay intact. Overall bias is bearish, but today obviously we're sort of in this little range at the moment. So Tuesday's trading and then Monday's trading was just moving sideways. We got this daily fair value gap right here. So yesterday's previous day high, there's liquidity above that, so we could be attracted into that, spike into the daily fair value gap, and then going into next week could continue to roll back down and have this target here at 14939. So yeah, 5 minute time frame, just taking out this low, and we've got this 3 minute inversion fair value gap in here. So I'll be looking to take a long soon and target this previous day high up here. I want to see it wick down to give us like a nice discount, and then depending on how it trades, I'll look to go long. So dropping quite nicely there. Now do we take out those lows underneath here is what I'm looking at. So we traded straight in that 3 minute inversion fair value gap. So I'm gonna so we're dropping all the way now. So it looks like we're going to clear out this sell side here. And I'm going to look to go long. So it's completely melting at the moment. So I'm going to look to go long in here. So that's one contract. So 15378. So I've got to stop at 15366. So I've bought at the new week open gap, just as we've traded into this new day open gap. So everyone will be seeing this and thinking it's going to keep going short. So I want to see us trade back through this 3 minute inversion fair value gap. And get rid of some of these. So if you just look at how we dropped all the way into this new week open gap down here, and then filled this new day open gap, we've traded into a 3-minute fair value gap in here, and then we've respected these lows. So we took out everything underneath here, and we've still got that higher time frame premise in mind of this daily fair value gap in here. So I want to see us spike above this previous day high and into that, and take out this liquidity as well. So we got that big wick coming down, and then I'm looking to continue this bullish momentum going higher. We got buy side here, and buy side up here as well. So let's see how we get on with that. So I just want to see this high swept. I'm going to move my stop in to the low of this 3-minute inversion fair value gap in here. So just below that, I'm going to go for 154.05. So notice how we just tapped into that fair value gap in here, and then it made us reject. We traded into that 3-minute inversion fair value gap, have my stop just underneath that, and I want to see us push through and take the liquidity up here. I don't want to see us trade back down. I just want to see it push up there now. So I'm going to take 3 micros off here. So I'm just practicing like holding a little bit longer, because like normally when I trade I always like get out too soon or something like that. So I'm just practicing for my trade psychology as well, like actually holding to the liquidity target and not being too focused on the amount of money that I'm seeing on the funded account. I'm just trying to watch price, and that's my target right here. So we could go higher than that, but I'd like to see that traded to this high. So I'm going to see us push up now. Don't want to see us return back down like that. So I don't like that PA, so I'm going to close out there. I wanted to see us go straight up, so I'm going to take that profit there. So I'm out with 1 contract for 810. I didn't want to see us trade back down into that. So I'm going to close that, and I'm going to close out on this one as well. So if we trade beneath that, that'll be like a shift in market structure. Right, so the market's sort of settled a little bit, and I'm going short now, and I'm going to target this previous week low just underneath this 3-minute fair value gap in here. So previous day low, which is all the way down here, may aim for this 15356 or 15312. So I'll take partials along the way if we begin to trade down, taking it on the funded as well. So we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, reason for the short, we've got this fair value gap in here. We've traded through this inversion fair value gap. We failed to take out the previous day high. Tried once, twice, 3 times, and then dropped down. So yeah, it looks like we may continue to trade back to the downside temporarily and maybe leave this field open. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out. So I've moved the stop in to pretty much near my entry. Reason being, if it goes back up there, then I'm not going to be interested in shorting it anyway, because it's probably going to seek those the previous day high and the liquidity up there. So yeah, I want to see it stay below this up close candle here. I don't want to see it return back to this fair value gap. So let's see how we get on. Bit of a messy morning. Because FOMC later, so it's going to be a bit all over the place. So when it's like this, you've got to be on your feet, like be able to think fast on your feet. If it stays below 50% of this up close candle, so 154, let's mark it out. Want to see it stay below 50% of this. Yeah, so I don't want to see it go back above that. So if we just have a look at the regular trading hours quickly. You can see that we've got this gap here. So we're sort of filling some of that now. But yeah, I want to see it start to reject. Don't want to see it trade through that. But I hit the executions anyways. So I like how it's working from that 3-minute inversion fair value gap inside a bearish order block on the 1 minute, and then we're seeing it trade away now. So if we do continue to work away from this, the question is, where is it going to? If we're not going to seek these highs right now on the daily time frame, then we've got consequent encouragement of this yesterday's candle. We've got the low of yesterday's candle, and we can take a quarter of this wick as well. We've also got the previous week low, so this low right here, previous week. And if we're looking for that expansion to the downside, then it makes sense. So yeah, went long on there, rode it up to here, took the sell side, traded into a new week open gap inside a fair value gap, went long in that at the open. Everybody would have been trying to sell short of this long breakout. Price reversed all the way back up, traded into this fair value gap on the 1 minute, once, twice, 3 times, failed to take out previous day high, smacked lower, displacement underneath here. So we had displacement underneath that low, left the fair value gap in here, 2022 model, bish bash bosh, sell short in that, ride it down. Trading through the new week open gap now. So we got that low right there. So I'm gonna take one contract off, buy it back there. So that's one off, and I'm gonna take one off of here too. So I bought one there. So we still got 2 of these on. I'm gonna move the stop to entry. And then we got these sell side lows. So I've got 2 macros on there. I didn't do a full contract because I just come out of a trade. Didn't want to risk putting that profit back in. So I just went in small with a few macros. So we're trading underneath that 3-minute fair value gap. Let's have a look at 5-minute chart. So we got these lows right here, this 5-minute gap, and sell side just there. So I'd like to see it trade just here, and then to be honest, I'll look to get out after that. We might trade down there, but it's FOMC day, so main moves are probably going to come around then. So let's just see how the next few minutes play out. I want to see it spike and drop underneath these lows inside of this 5-minute gap. So I read price pretty well today. Noticed this drop off had this highlighted up here, dropped all the way down, bought at the new week open gap, rode it up, got out, sold short again. So getting that sell side now, boom. So I'll take another one off there, and then I'm gonna take another one off there, sorry. So session profit now 977, and that's pretty much it. So the rest of the video is at the start, where I show like the last part of the executions. So I hope that was beneficial. The reason I kind of put that bit at the start was because some people just want to see like the executions and the trade itself, so I thought I'd put the breakdown in afterwards. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.
Darkly lit path so